Gary. How you doing, buddy? Gary's over there in the chat. First one there. I'm gonna give you a lollipop, popsicle. You know, I'm gonna do something for you. I don't know. Maybe I'll.
Man, you sound tired as fuck.
I'm tired as fuck. I'm sorry. Gary, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us, man.
Hey, Gary, I love you.
I love you guys. Guys, thanks for joining us.
I don't know why it was so late.
I know it is kind of late for us, man, but it's okay because we're gonna have some fucking fun. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really planning on touching on the fucking subjects that much.
We're not gonna talk about R. Kelly pissing on kids again.
Yeah, so what's going on with that?
Do you want an actual answer or like just a joke answer? Because the joke answer would be like the motherfuckers down the street pissing on kids. The real answer is hopefully we get him this time because now he's voided his arrest warrant in terms of he's not paying child support, and he's got another video that might have surfaced and might get handed to the police. So it might be his ass this time around.
Oh my goodness gracious, man! Yeah.
How about no? I don't want to talk about that motherfucker. He has too much press as it goddamn is.
I mean, come on now. He was crying his ass off in the
I don't give a
fuck.
Does anyone believe that? By the way, like, Jed, I'm gonna ask you really quick. Is there any part of you that might slightly believe that he actually has legitimate emotions and legitimate sadness because of the things that he's done?
Who?
R. Kelly.
Who the fuck is that?
No, you didn't cancel that much off your fucking brain. There ain't no way. Man, no, he's taking over.
Dusty.
No, I'm listening to iHeartRadio today, and every single fucking commercial break is like, guys, you're not going to believe what happened to R. Kelly. I'm like, really? Are we at that point now where I'm not going to believe that he did some shitty shit? Like, how stupid do you think I fucking am that I'm not going to believe that
You're not going to believe he's still doing the shit he's been doing since the early 90s.
Yeah, you're not going to believe what you already know. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, that's like someone with a failing career.
Yeah.
Who you guys are talking about?
Yeah, no, it's just, it's weird. It's like, I can't believe that people still give a fuck right now. You know, like, it's just, like, get rid of him. Like, why are we still trying to figure out fucking ways to see? And I'm sorry,
there's still people that believe in. There's still people that believe he didn't do shit. There's still a lot of people, even people that they interviewed there. There was a bunch of people that saying, "Oh no, my parents are lying. This never happened." Like, there are still people that believe him, and it's like that's what happens when you're such a popular celebrity. Is no matter what evidence, people will still fucking believe him.
One thing I want to ask because
he's not even popular anymore. Like he hasn't put out like really anything good in what like.
He goes out on tour all
10
the
years.
time.
Yeah, well, the thing is, though, he actually did get popular because of surviving R. Kelly. People were talking about him a lot and buying all of his shit again. Which, by the way, hello, Raheem. How you doing? Damn, Alan's in 3 chats. Way to fucking go. We got Zone Blade over there. JP talking about how much he loves R. Kelly. I'm just joking. Don't kill me. I'm not throwing at anybody. But, no, it's just weird, man. It's just like, yeah, even if he was still popular, it's like still doesn't make nothing will ever be like, okay, I understand, like not throwing him right in a fucking cell, putting him in a fucking hole, and the whole fucking thing. It doesn't make sense to me, and I can't believe that like right now we're still talking about R. Kelly. It's like that's surviving R. Kelly shit, man. Good or bad, that just put him at the very top of everyone's fucking radar, and that's still frustrating.
Views and listens because he started going up on Spotify and SoundCloud and a few other places that people started putting his music, and I think Spotify and only a few places actually cut it off. So now he's getting like traction, like it's become underground music for people like, yo man, fuck R. Kelly. Like, you know, I still like his music, even though he's an asshole, but like, you know, I'm still gonna jam his shit.
Yeah, no, which is frustrating. By the way, Twitch, what's going on with Twitch over here? No fucking comments over here on Twitch. I thought people were going to be over there chatting and whatnot, talking shit about R. Kelly. But I'm going to be leaving on whatever chat that's doing the best. So Facebook's kind of kicking it right now. I'm whooping ass.
How's Pornhub's comments going?
I was going to do that. By the way, too, so I'm going through, like, Children of the Toast and shit. Like, trust me, I would admit if I was on fucking Pornhub. So don't start trying to call me out and shit. I enjoy what I enjoy, and this is not one of those moments. But Children of the Toast are taking screenshots of this white dude that's basically saying, like, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but he tells his videos non-sexually in Pornhub. He's just like,
oh,
I rest your head, I bet. Yeah, like, man, dude, I literally, I want to watch a playlist of all of his stuff.
Sure, I watched the Dragon Ball Z movie there several times.
Wait, for real? They had the Dragon Ball?
Yeah, someone's got to rip off of it very easily, and they put.
Oh, we're just gonna go there. We're not gonna go with the fact that fucking they uploaded the entire Kingdom Hearts 3 story there.
True.
Yeah. So, man, if you guys ever want to have something bootleg, go to Pornhub, I guess. And jerk off to all your nerdum fucking needs.
Other places. People just do it for jokes, but like they are putting the stuff there, so it's up to you.
Make sure you have a good ad blocker.
No,
if you're frequenting those sites, you know what ad block is.
Yeah, I like how Google Chrome, like when you download or install it into a new system or whatever, it comes patched with ad block. It's like, yeah, we know what you're gonna do. Just put the fucking ads in there. Who gives a shit?
I feel like ad block is like Wonder Woman in a No Man Land scene when she's just walking with a shield and the fucking ads are just bouncing off. Like that shit. Have you ever gone to like the random sites you frequent without ad block? You click the site and you're like 15 different tabs just opened up.
I'm just picturing now when you go to like anonymous search on Google that it just has a face pops up like an emoji, like you jerking off again, aren't you?
I know. It's just like it's like Christy.
What was it? Nick sent me, like, we were talking about this a while ago. I'm like, is there any actual like reason to use incognito tab short of just, you know, porn? And he sent me this article, and the article literally said like reasons to use incognito that aren't porn related.
Yeah, I use incognito for a lot of shit. It helps a lot with tags.
For analytics, right?
Yep, for tags. I use that literally just for double toasted uploads, and it's helped us out so fucking much.
I figured why not? It's already up.
Yeah, but I mean, if you have a girlfriend though that's not into double toasted, and you tell her the same thing, she's not gonna believe you. So don't even try. Just say, "Oh, jerk off, lady." Fuck, you know. But yeah, man. No, and it's weird too because on that particular subject, I know we're gonna be all over the place, but I don't give a fuck because we're having fun tonight. One particular thing I want to bring up with that is the reason why people have incognito, not just for porn now, is because I don't know who's to blame for it, but every single thing is being used for like ads now. Like for instance, I looked up like just little workout routines and shit. I go to Facebook and there's like 10 ads about how to lose weight, how to build muscle. I'm like, dude, how the fuck did you know? Like that's crazy. Like I'm being spied on, man. It's not
yeah,
cool.
Literally.
Yeah, it's
actually, that's something that's come out. I think Google, Alexa, and all the other programs, they have their mic always on, even though it's quote unquote not transferring data. One of the things that it listens for is the mention of brands, companies, and certain logos. So that's why if you notice, like if you have those systems that are open and constantly listening, you will get advertisement that is like significant to the conversation that was in the room, and that's something that our governments kind of have to deal with in the future because that is technically spy technology, even though it's just to sell you shit.
They should call Alexa and rename her like Eve, because it's always eavesdropping. Like that should be the new name for that fucking thing, because all it does is just listens to everything you do. Same thing just with typing, man. Like I can't even go to YouTube and look up something just because it's funny, because all of a sudden it's like, oh, you want to buy? I'm like, dude, I was just watching.
Oh no, they got cookies now that actually like follow your typing outside of other websites, so they register like any keystroke you put and can actually name the letter or the significant logo of it.
Really? So you could be like in a conversation on Facebook, like a private message, and it'll just read all your shit. Like, oh, like.
I don't know about a private message, but I know in comment sections they do it.
Wow, that's fucking bullshit, man. And I have a VPN server, and I was just using it for piracy. Sorry, but I think that now I'm gonna use it for everything because that's fucking weird, man.
Hey, man, sometimes you gotta hide your shit just to be normal. Like it's just one of those things. Like I don't like being followed for political reasons, but in terms of like. Why y'all should know my keystrokes? Like, I get y'all want to sell me shit, but after a certain point, you just invaded my house. You just drop the goods off.
Yeah, no, I mean, I feel the exact same way. Jack, I'm gonna ask you, like, do you ever get kind of paranoid, like how we are, or like how '90s is when it comes to your browsing on the interwebs?
No, 1 second. So anyway, Google, I know you're listening to me. I'm tired of getting all these TikTok ads on YouTube. I hate all these anime video games that you're sending me. Let's see, Hooked. I don't care about those scary, unscary stories that you're sending me. Please do better. No, I don't like those.
I have to call you out.
Thank you.
I got to call you out. You know, you give a fuck about those anime video games. Don't act like
not the mobile ones.
You play Pocket Camp. Like
it's not anime.
No, I know it's not anime, but it's so fucking basic, whatever. Like I'm pretty sure any of those anime fucking mobile games are just as good.
I don't like those.
Are you defending anime mobile games right now?
Yeah, dude.
Why?
Because honestly, dude, every time I try out an anime game at work, it's fucking fun. I haven't played any mobile games, but I gotta tell you, dude, like, yeah, anime's kind of cool. And as far as video games go, and Naruto shit and fucking, that's all I know.
The main one that I just want them to stop sending me is the fucking TikTok ones.
Who actually like TikTok?
Perverts?
No, I do like. TikTok is basically the new Vine now, but the ones they send me are the most unfunny pieces of shit I've ever seen. Like, really? Out of all the millions of TikToks you guys have, now you guys send me this one? You guys send me the one with the fucking teacher, like, basically pleading to his class, like, not to tell the principal because he'll make him delete it? Like, what's funny in there? Why did you send that to me?
No, but, like, so, what's the, like, is TikTok already, like, at that point where they make money just by being cutesy and shit and putting up videos on the fucking internet? Or is it just for attention?
What the fuck is TikTok?
TikTok is just Vine now.
Yeah,
No.
it's basically Vine. Yeah, basically what people, they do these lip sync things. You can actually respond to somebody else, like make fun of their video, like act like you're responding to each other when you don't know what the fuck each other's saying. You can do shit like that. It's weird, but it's one of those things that's so youthful that it just looks stupid. It's like all you see on there is...
That hit our Miss Girl, basically. She was popular on TikTok.
Yeah.
What the fuck that is?
No, but like, there's so many of them that come out and they just fucking die right away. Pinterest is another one. Who the fuck uses Pinterest? Anyone ever gonna fucking give that a shot?
Oh,
or...
fuck Pinterest.
I
No,
actually
no.
have a Pinterest because like they have way too many pictures on there. And like you'll be searching for something on Google and shit, and then you click and it's like, oh, nope, this image is Pinterest. You got to make an account. Like, fuck.
Pinterest is one of those things that have become like legit for artists and porn artists and just models and stuff like that. It's kind of become the new Instagram in that sense. That's why a lot of people don't go for like Vine videos or music videos anymore. But it has its own kind of niche audience now.
Yeah,
Pinterest is the worst site in the world because if you're ever looking up a photo for any given reason under any circumstances, yeah, if you're ever looking up certain artists, whatever, you will always find a Pinterest link, but you will never be able to view it because you got to make a fucking account. And even if you make an account, it doesn't always work. So fuck Pinterest.
Yeah, it's fucking, it's odd, man. I can't get into it. Periscope's another one. There's so many. I can't.
Oh yeah, Periscope. Whatever happened to that one?
Periscope sucks. I used to do it for Joey Diaz. Now I just follow the one that's bootlegging on YouTube.
Nice. I mean, shit. No, but it's just, I don't know. It's weird. It's gonna take that one person that's so fucking huge as far as popularity goes that they're gonna like jump onto that one thing that's trying to become a thing and just gonna explode it and it's gonna be good for like a year and then no one's gonna give a fuck. I
So
thought
They like a whole bunch of like artists and shit need to get back on MySpace. Make that a thing again.
No,
MySpace is great. You get to actually show your personality on your page.
I'm good.
Oh yeah, because you're the guy who goes, I'm here also. So it's like your page is gonna be blank
I'm
as
here
fuck.
also. I haven't done that in a while, but yeah,
It's
I'm
gonna be
here.
like
Also.
gray neutral.
Yeah, it's just gonna be all white.
I wear a green shirt. You wear black every single fucking episode. At least I change my shirts.
Yeah, but I always got a logo on. What's your excuse?
What do you mean? What's my excuse? I change my shirts. It's almost 3 times a show. You
I
wear the
want to
same
talk
black
shit to Alan
shirt.
about like clothes because he wears a fucking shirt that we can swim in. So like he wins. Like
Every time I see him, I want to throw a quarter at him and make a wish.
just start throwing quarters and change.
I'm telling that
Hey, it's
motherfucker,
quarters. You
I
throw
wish
4
for
of them at the
$200.
fucking-
I wish to win the lottery, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Oh,
then you're
fuck,
paying the
okay.
wrong person.
I wish I could throw shit at Alan. Oh, look at that.
I wish you would have closed your eyes so I could get that motherfucker.
What?
I
Throwing quarters at you, Alan. Just take it. Just take it.
Yeah, 4 of those, I get $1. Let's keep this going.
I know they're Canadian quarters, so they're like worth 50 cents.
Hey, you know what though?
Wow, Ganja, you really don't know how math works. Congratulations.
Speaking of change,
Yeah, I don't know the currency exchange rate of Canadian dollars. Excuse me. I work with good, strong American currency.
all we know about Canadian money is that it's not worth anything. That's all.
Isn't it made
Nah,
out of
just the
chocolate?
pennies.
That's Swiss money.
Ah,
Yeah. No, but here's the thing though. Speaking of coins, I want to get you guys 2 cents on these trailers, boy. So
That was terrible.
No, fuck that. That was good, Nick.
That was fucking awful.
No, that's perfect. Bring that back.
Because your
Bring your
jokes suck.
horrible bit ass
I
back
don't,
there.
I don't have to stay here for this.
Respect that joke.
Alan walked out of frame so he can clap in silence. Like, oh, that was great, Nick. Good job. No, here's the
No,
thing.
but I
though.
didn't mute my mic. I bitched you out. Like,
But here's the thing, though, man. Brightburn. We're gonna start off with that one because that's the one I actually give a shit about. I did not see either of these trailers because I just fucking finally found out that they're even out. So I'm gonna watch this as you talk about it, but I'm gonna get you opinion, man, because
what?
what?
Why did you just throw it to one of us? Why did you have to tell the people you're gonna watch it?
Because he's an honest man. And you know what, Nick?
Yeah.
I appreciate it. And you know, I'm just going to go straight into it. I'm hyped for this movie because, one, it's an actual villain story where it's not some bullshit like, oh, people made fun of me, you know, my daddy didn't like me, or my mom and dad got killed in a war or some bullshit, and that made me a villain, so now I'm going to go commit genocide around the world. Like, this is some legit, like, dark, sadistic, like some occult shit possibly being done with the different symbols done on the spaceship. Who knows what the fuck's going on? And I just like that it's a buildup of like this pure evil kid that the mom is actually trying to do that bullshit, like hero, like that bullshit villain story, like you will be good, you will understand justice, and it's just turned whole sidetrack throughout the trailer. And this kid's powers are basically Superman, but if they were done for evil and wrong. And when he fucking burns down that door and charges at that waitress lady was fucking brutal. And I just can't wait to see it. I hope they're not just showing all the bust the nut scenes out the rest of the trailer, and it's actually enjoyable, and it's actually a lot more of a use of powers or maybe a psych abilities that he has to fuck with this town and kill people and just become the supervillain that we know this is what the movie is. It's more likely an origin story for either something to do with a supervillain or it's going to be some occult shit that involves the devil. One or the other.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, because especially this whole like demonic like angel shit too. It's just like, yo, I'm a fucking like royalty in a sense. I like that too. I like how nonchalant he is. You know, every time there's like a situation where someone's freaking out, oh my god, I can't believe we did that. He's just like, I'm gonna eat my fucking medal over here and just chill. I think that's fucking badass. And it reminds me a lot of the first trailer. I gotta be honest. Watching this right now, it looks like the same old shit. Alan, I'm gonna have you tell me what you think about this, man.
Well, this is where I'm gonna come in. I honestly couldn't fucking stand it. Like, I get where Ganja, he just wants something different, but it's, to me, it's like, I guess nowadays I've seen so many horror movies that it's like, this seems like it's doing the same kind of horror movie stuff. It just happens to have Legally Distinct Man as the fucking villain, and it's like, yeah, this is Zack Snyder's. Not Zack Snyder, Jesus Christ. People saying Zack Snyder in the fucking chat.
James Gunn, and
yeah.
James Gunn is very, very connected with Zack Snyder. They did lots of shit together, Slither, Dawn of the Dead, etc. So
yeah, but it's a fucking James Gunn's fanfic. Like, oh, what if Superman was evil? I'm like, that's a decent premise, but then when I see the movie, I'm like, you just took a Jason movie or a fucking random horror movie, but instead of Jason, you just put in Superman. That's not enough for me to be interested. Like something like Hereditary. Hereditary was weird as fucking shit. So when you see the movie, you're like, oh, this is a weird as shit movie. I might have seen some of these aspects before, but this is weird as shit, and it kept going. I saw the first trailer, and I didn't really care because I felt like it was aping on you loving Superman, and this is such a distinct twist that you never normally know that you're like, oh man, just because this is so different, I have to watch it. And this, I'm like, this almost like, I'm sorry, that mom is awful. Like I don't know who's editing this movie, but like every time it says, "Oh, I know there's some good in you," it cuts to some horrible shit. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck they're really trying to get at, because it's like in the movie that would make sense. It's a build-up. She's gonna say that, but I doubt after he's killed the 15th person, they're still good in you. It's like, no, it's just I don't think
there's a situation where I think you'd be mad if they showed that in the trailer, because then like that's the build-up to is like the fact that she finally realizes what the fuck. Because here's another thing too, Hereditary. You and I both agree that it's fucking awesome, and Jet was watching that with us too, and we were all fucking freaked out.
Yeah.
But Jet, I'm gonna ask you: would you ever watch Hereditary again? Would you watch the movie theater? Fuck no, right?
Hereditary? Yeah, I would.
Okay, I call bullshit on that, because that movie, there's really nothing going on. This is something that I feel like you have to go to the movie theater with. I mean,
Hereditary, and to see them freak out at all the demon shit and everything like that, like.
Ain't no Christians going to that. I'm not gonna support the devil.
Of course, I'd go and see that.
Nah, I don't think Christians will actually go over there and see that fucking, or Catholics or whatever. But I will ask you this though. Brightburn, did you even care when the first trailer came out? Was this a concept that you thought was kind of interesting, or
I didn't even know this shit existed. I didn't even know what the fucking name was. Like, I was gonna look up the trailer real quick before you got to me. I was just like, I don't even remember what he said the fucking name of it was.
It's because people bringing up in the chat like the movies that this reminds me of, and it's like body horror. Someone's talking about Fantastic of the very, very, very dark tone that it could almost be a horror movie if it wanted. But I think the much better example is something like Chronicle, where Chronicle is just telekinesis, but it's basically like by the end of it, it descends into a horror movie, but it starts off as kind of this weird thriller. It's like it ends in this fucking epic climax across the city. But even with the trailers there, it was like it wasn't trying. I felt like it wasn't trying so hard to be the horror movie that is essentially ending. Even with the first trailer, there's no pretending this is gonna be a
new story element, and you're kind of just
we see in a bunch of other horror movies.
Yeah, but what you're always defense though. What if they're doing it better and actually does a great job with it and changes it up?
If that's the case, then I'd have to see the trailer. But the trailer's supposed to, for some reason, one way or another, to get you to go to the theater to watch it. Mm-hmm. If I don't want to watch the movie, I'm gonna have to see it when it comes out in some form or another. If the movie ends up being amazing, like I don't know who I think Joey said in the fucking chat, Man of Steel. I don't agree. I agree with you, Ganja. It's not a fucking parody of it, but it's like it's a slightly darker Man of Steel.
Wait, is this actually supposed to be Superman?
This is pretty much Superman.
Oh, this is
This is James Gunn's like fuck you.
Fanfic.
Yeah, basically whatever. Like, and that's the thing. Is like I thought, and Jay, you can tell me if I'm wrong for saying this, but I feel like this is a situation too where a lot of people are just not gonna watch the movie because of James Gunn and his weird ass fucking like affinity for fucking talking about sexual whatever the fuck with kids. So it's like I think that's gonna hurt the movie big time, and I think that where I showed with the fucking eyes, I'm sorry, that looks a little silly. I mean, Ganja, gonna ask you. I mean, you like this trailer, I like this trailer too, but shit like that though, didn't it look a little silly to you, a little cheap?
Yeah, but like we're about talking about another trailer, which I'm just gonna bash horribly because I love this one so much. It's actually giving me something different. Where the next one is just a repeat of the same old discovery story of your powers. Like this actually gives a dark twist to it. I know the eyes thing is kind of generic, and it's kind of thing that's always been done from Star Wars to every other fucking superheroes to the '60s when they could change eye colors. But it's one of those things that is supposed to significant the evil turn, and it's a cool little aesthetic, and it goes with the color environment that they're starting to establish with this character has evil dark powers. So of course, give him red eyes because that's demonic for people. It's an old school thing. Like if you're above the age of 30, it's in a visual description. But I appreciate like everything that's going on because we haven't seen anything like that yet.
The movie is not real, and I don't believe it's real.
I hope for the movie to come out, and I'm definitely hyped to see it. Unlike the film we're going to talk about next.
Yeah, and speaking of what we're talking about next, Shazam. Gotta tell you, man, I'm hyped as fuck for this. Like, hardcore fucking hyped for this, because I'm glad that they're gonna be silly with it, but at the same time be silly and not try to push the envelope so much like Deadpool, where it's like, hey guys, you know, like, we're adults, so like, we're not a kid, and I'm like, you're still acting like a fucking kid. This is supposed to be fun for kids, right? I like that. Why do you have to hate like Alan does, Ganja? What is your problem with fucking Shazam trailer 2?
Hey man, if you like movies just for kids, you should have loved the Bumblebee movie because that was just childish. But anyways, this movie is fucking trash, dude. Like, this is the basic thing. Like, all right, I like that you're saying the kids aspect and stuff for attention. I'll give you points on that because that's what it's there for. Yeah. But like, in terms of people like us that are going to review this movie and who've been watching superheroes for the last 10+ years, this is the same shit over again, man. Dude discovers powers, hangs out with his best friends. And learns his powers in the most like modern way because he's a kid and he doesn't know what else to do with his powers. So what does he do when he becomes an adult? I'm gonna go get beer, yay! Which is I'm gonna give the movie a little bit of point for like pointing out the kids will go get drugs if they became adults.
Goddamn right they would.
Besides that, like that's a little bit of a mature aspect I can respect the movie for touching on because they would do that shit, especially my age group.
Really quick though, can I ask you a question?
What?
Everything you're saying right now sounds kind of familiar, huh? Kind of sounds like this right here, motherfucker.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't get why you're liking this because this is, to me, a less well-done movie of this.
Oh, no, because Spider-Man doesn't go get fucking beer.
Spider-Man's not that kid. He's a nerdy fucking Lego kid, man. That's basically giving Trey powers. He's not going to go get beer.
But his fat friend tried to take him to a fucking club to get some ass and to start shooting some web in other places.
A house party with a bunch of kids?
Yeah, what are you talking about? House party. Everyone's been to a house party. Well, I can't say that. I've been to the Double Toast of MS.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway... But
I can't believe you guys can say that about them.
Hey, look, I took y'all to the house party, all right? I gave y'all the address. We went there and invaded the motherfucker. We stole alcohol. We saw Corman was getting his ass kicked. It was a great time. But y'all did admit to me that was y'all first house party. I'm going to clown y'all a little bit because y'all were both ages 20.
But the thing is, though, is like you look at the situation and, you know, everything you're saying is so applicable to this. To like, really, like, it's the same fucking thing.
No, here's the thing. Like, you can say that about all these superhero origins movies. Like, that doesn't change my criticism. Like, yeah, Spider-Man may have been well done in terms of the way I appreciate it, and I like the way they touch on the aspects of the kids, and I like the way they handle the Spider-Man product. But in terms of like actually like diverting away from the fucking power story, this goes to my point of superhero fatigue. They're doing lesser and lesser well-known characters that people have less attachments to, and people are going to start pointing this out more and more because they need to start branching off to heroes that haven't been done 15, 17 fucking times. And now we've gone to the Shazam trailer, which is no fucking difference than any other superhero movie that evolves around people from like the middle age or teenage kids learn how to use their powers. Hell, you can take this back all the way to the 90s formula. And I know that Spider-Man follows that similarity to a certain thing, but at least it led into a bigger, more adult product, where this one is, no one knows what it's going to be, because it was supposed to go into the DC universe and clash with the, you know, the more serious Batman versus Superman, but they don't even know what the fuck they're going to do with that now. So that changed that plan. So this movie, I'm treating as a standalone superhero film, and to me, it's just kids Deadpool.
Yeah, no, and by the way, I fixed the Twitch chat. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
But Jay,
I was like, oh God, we got cut off.
No, not like last time when I didn't pay my shit. But Jay, I'm gonna ask you: has Justice League of Batman v Superman completely just destroyed all your hope for DC? I mean, are you gonna be as much of a hater as fucking Ganja with this?
What movies are those? I've never heard of those.
Oh, man, you gotta stop doing that goddamn shit. You better give respect for fucking Justice League and Suicide Squad too. But yeah. Wait, what the fuck was that look, Alan?
That look was, you said Justice League first.
Yeah. What the fuck is your problem?
Movie, man.
Oh, but you'll like Aquaman, but you won't fucking like Justice League. I gotta tell you, sir.
You mean
you're full of shit.
Did you mean to say I liked Aquaman, but I'm not gonna like Justice League?
Yeah.
That's not what you said.
What did I say?
You said you don't like Aquaman.
Oh. Well, sorry. You like Aquaman. You fucking suck. So, no, but like, Jed, like, what do you feel about Shazam? Are you going to give this a chance? Or are you going to be fucking hating it and not wanting to give DC a chance because of other movies?
You already know me. Of course I'm going to be hating it. Like, I haven't seen a decent movie from them. Like, well, maybe Wonder Woman, but even then that's kind of generic. But, like, I've not seen
are you going to admit the movie sucks then?
Like, a better than decent movie from them.
I feel like you should admit that Wonder Woman is a piece of trash movie, because if it was actually that good, you would definitely have more hope for DC.
Like, it was a decent movie. Like, it wasn't bad or anything. Like, it was average. Everything after that, average, bad, average, bad. Like, and the thing is with Shazam, I'm already hating it because I absolutely hate his fucking costume. That shit looks fucking terrible.
Okay, I'll admit to that. It does look pretty fucking bad.
Like every time, like I can't take this shit seriously. Like I don't even know if I'm supposed to. Whatever.
Yeah,
It's
you're
a
not.
kids movie. It's just that shit looks like what were those things in the '90s called, the fucking sock and boppers, but like suit versions.
Oh, I do not remember, but I know what you're talking about. The only thing is, right now, looking at this, it looks like fucking DJ Miles is in that costume trying to gain some fucking muscle. Like, he's like, hey guys, welcome to the box, guys.
That's what happens when you touch Corey's, controls. You get struck by lightning. You get powers.
Yeah, no.
But I'm still not a cast member, even though I got superpowers.
Like, not only that, like none of the comedy hits for me like at all. It's just very, very average.
Yeah, I cannot believe I'm in the call with a bunch of fucking fun police motherfuckers over here. Look at that. That's fucking badass, man. Come on. Yeah, this is awesome. I'm watching this right now, and I'm literally, like, I'm getting into it as we fucking speak, man. Alan, talk some sense into these people, sir.
Honestly, I don't know. Because I love Aquaman. I love the fuck out of Aquaman. That's because he was one of the only characters I enjoyed in Justice League. The thing about Shazam is I always hated Shazam until I saw Young Justice, and it just sold me on the character. As far as this movie, it's like I really have no opinion on it because I don't really know what the final product's going to be. Because there's one shot in this when he's fighting Mark Strong and the actual, like, literally the Man of Steel punch, which is one of the best fight scenes in Man of Steel, when he's punching him through the fucking city. I fucking love that scene.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they're doing that again, and the whole Batman, I'm like, they're doing a bunch of references to other superheroes. Honestly, I don't really have an opinion on this because Ganja hates the formulaic, and I've never really disagreed with him that superhero movies can be formulaic. I just fucking love superhero movies, so it doesn't bother me.
Mm-hmm.
And this is doing some of the same aspects, but I'm just curious of like, what are they gonna do in the actual movie? Is it gonna just be the same thing but enjoyable? Because my issues with I actually have a lot of issues with Homecoming that have nothing to do with the formula. It's just issues to do with the character in universe. So I'm curious. I'm like, are they gonna make me enjoy this character in universe? How is it gonna work? Honestly, I can't really give an opinion on this if I think this movie's going to be good because I have no fucking idea. The trailers aren't selling me. It's like Brightburn. They're not really selling me on what they're supposed to be selling me on because I don't like Zachary Levi as an actor. I think he's honestly really not that good. I don't like his kid fucking sidekick who doesn't seem to know how to pronounce words properly, and I'm pretty sure that's a joke because he keeps saying bullet resistant and hyperspeed like that's supposed to be a funny quirk or some shit.
I mean,
and it's like
that's how we talk though in real life.
No, it's not. No one says hyper speed. Nobody with half a brain says hyper speed. It's super speed and bulletproof. No one says bullet resistant.
Fast running.
That's even not as stupid as hyper speed. I just don't like that. I don't like his kid psychic, and I don't really know what the plot of this movie is besides, hey, cool, let's just do some shit. And honestly, it's like, there's nothing in this movie that's selling me, but I'm going to watch it anyway because we're going to review it, but there's nothing in this movie that's selling me yet.
Dayhan brought up a good point. Dayhan, if they do that shit, I'm going to be pissed. He said in the YouTube chat, I bet the crippled kid's going to save Shazam without his walker. If they do some fucking Rudy bullshit at the end of this, man, fucking Marvel, go fuck yourself. Because they've done that several times where it's the people without powers to save the hero. Man, fuck you. I'm done.
You know that's going to happen at some point. You know that's going to... Okay, well...
Okay, how about this? Powers to, like, cure him or something.
You know that's going to happen.
Nah, hold on. I got to announce something. I'm going to still watch superhero movies because the reviews, the trend, and to give you guys my opinion on things. But in terms of me actually enjoying this shit, I'm fucking done with superhero films.
How are you not already done?
No, this is the breaking point. I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we're literally talking about like right now a trailer for Endgame, and I'm sorry if I'm gonna piss people off, but the trailer for Endgame had a climax of a dude saying, "Hey, Ant-Man here." It's like, oh, can't fucking wait. Take my money, sir. $40. Here you go. I can't wait for fucking Ant-Man to say, "Hey guys, hey, I'm here, guys." Like, wow.
Well, they didn't sound like that, but again, like, I still love the superhero stuff because ever since I was a kid, that's everything that I've ever watched has always been superhero stuff to one thing or another. So I actually did enjoy the end of the first Endgame trailer when Ant-Man showed up because it was like I was a kid watching, the Batman and Superman crossover when freaking Superman finds a Batarang, you're like, oh shit. That's the other superhero that I enjoyed in something else, and they're going to cross over and have conversations. That's what I've always loved. That's why I love Marvel and the Avengers, because they're doing everything that I've ever loved as a kid. With Shazam, it's like, I feel like DC's starting to almost understand an idea of what they want to do with these fucking movies. Because Wonder Woman was good. There were some parts of it that weren't good, but Wonder Woman I still enjoyed. Aquaman, I fucking loved the hell out of it, but I think that it was just way too fucking dense. Like, I got it, but I know a lot of people that was their biggest complaint. It was too dense. Shazam, it's like, I don't know, Shazam could be almost like a funnier Thor, because I feel like kind of that's almost what they're going to go for a little bit. And it's like, it could work, but it's like, are they just going to be doing what they did in the 90s and just keep doing random superhero movies and not really connect them, except for random lines here and there? Or are they going to do something where it's going to lead somewhere? Like, is this leading somewhere or is this not? That's probably one of the few reasons I'll see this in theaters. I want to know, is it going to go somewhere?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I really hope that this is going to be a good fucking movie. I'm with Ganja. I like your hope, man. And I'm wondering either way, whether good or bad. I'm wondering the same thing that you're fucking wondering.
That's not fucking hope. That's Stockholm syndrome.
Maybe.
No.
You're acting like I don't enjoy these movies. Like, I just sit there and go, oh, I only enjoy them because they have a Marvel fucking logo on them.
Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah,
That's
you
Stockholm
don't-
syndrome. I talk more shit about Guardians of the Galaxy 2 than anybody.
Yeah, that one. But you like all this.
What are you
other
talking about that one? Okay, what about Iron Man 3 sucks? Iron Man 3 is a piece of shit.
Alan, look.
How
I
are the
can win
Galaxy
this.
2 different? It is literally the same team-up movies where they hang out and they do fucking music videos for that first half.
Wait, who are you yelling at?
Julian, in the chat right now, talking about Guardian Galaxy 2 is different. I've heard Alan describe that movie 1,000 fucking times. And if he is right about any part of that fucking storyline, it is no different than a fucking superhero film. Down to the point that one dude falls in love with his teammate. We seen that shit some fucking Power Rangers. Get up the shit out of here.
Oh my god, there's a scene that made me so fucking mad in the theaters when it's like, so at one point there's a situation where, you know, he's finding out who his father is, and Gamora, you know, the girl that's kind of itchy, goes, wait, there might be something bad. You know, there might be a situation where he's a bad guy. And Star-Lord goes, no, you're just jealous, and walks off. I'm like, are you? Who fucking wrote this fucking movie? This is some sitcom 90s level of bullshit.
By the way, just to put this out there, that shit that Ganja just said that you complain about, and I'm so glad that Ganja said it too, because now it's 2-on-1 with this motherfucker, okay? But, sir, with Aquaman, he fucking falls in love with his goddamn teammate, okay? And the father thing that's so crazy about Volume 2, the whole fucking movie, it's where's my mom at? Where's my mom at? With fucking Jason Momoa and goddamn Aquaman, right? He goes into fucking
Oh, wait, hold on.
underground.
They stole fucking Shark Boy's storyline from Shark Boy and Love Girl?
I don't know shit about that.
I don't know.
That's basically the same storyline where the dude has to find his dad.
And they go into
No, that's
underground.
not what the storyline is.
And where does
there are aspects of it.
And where does Aquaman find his mom? An underground Jurassic World, sir. Okay.
Okay, but those are different things. One, the plot of basically Guardians is him introducing to his father. The stuff going on in Aquaman, the mom is almost irrelevant for most of the movie until near the end. The whole falling in love teammate, I'm not arguing that those both happen, but like Gon just said, that happens all the fucking time. My issue with Guardians 2 is that whole fucking plot point that pisses me off in a movie that's already been pissing me off from the fucking start of, oh, no, my dad's not evil, you're just fucking jealous. Cut to the dad being fucking evil. Like, I hate that fucking plot point so goddamn much. In a movie I already didn't like from the moment that fucking movie started.
I'm just saying, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was trying to have fun. Just whatever.
Fuck no. Oh, yeah, let's have our own
Fun,
jokes
like
for
that
fucking...
shit
Let's
sucked.
laugh at our own
Oh,
jokes for an
Jet,
hour
you
and
were
a half.
having fun, Jet. No, don't even give me that shit. You and I
I
were
talked
both
about that
smiling
movie the
watching that
entire
fucking-
goddamn time. When it ended, I was just like, man.
Nah,
That
nah.
was
I heard
dookie.
laughter. I heard laughter through that fucking mic. Okay, like you weren't even
What
fast
part?
enough to
What part?
everything with fucking Bradley Cooper, the little animal he is, Rocket. All the fucking things
Rocket
happened
was
with him.
so unfunny in this fucking movie.
Ah, fucking.
He
I
laughed
liked
at his
Groot in
own
the first
joke
one.
for 5
Groot
minutes.
was a pain in their fucking
Thank
ass.
you,
in
Ganja. Yeah, Bill Maher was fucking right. Ain't
No,
that
Bill
right?
Maher's up his own ass. Fuck Bill Maher.
And it's because of you, Jet, and because of you, Alan, that Trump is president.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Why don't
Especially
you just blame
Julian.
us for the anti-vax at the same goddamn time?
But you know what? I'm sick of the Marvel and DC universe. You know what we need?
What?
You know what we need brought back?
What?
The Barbie cinematic universe.
All right.
Oh,
All
fuck.
right, moving on to the
That's
next topic.
happening. They already have the games and shit. That's been a thing for a while.
The Bratz cinematic universe, the
Oh,
Barbie,
fuck.
Polly Pocket.
You know that's gonna happen, right? You know they made a Lego
Wait, all of
movie. You
them
know
brought
that's gonna
back
happen.
Right meow. Right meow.
No.
Like, why haven't they made? Oh, they did make a Bratz movie.
Yeah.
They-
and
Yeah, but oh god, live action though. They haven't done that yet.
or they even did. What's
No,
that
that movie was live action.
Wait, was it?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
No, they
Bring
made Jen
back
and the
life
holograms.
size. Bring back life
Oh,
size.
Gem and the holograms.
Yeah, if they made
That
Jen and the holograms, they'll make this shit. I guarantee.
Dude, that movie was in theaters for like a week and a half, and they pulled it out.
I mean, you got the remake of She-Ra. I heard that was good.
I mean, Jen and the holograms was the original Star is Born before the I'm just saying it was that great.
I like how good.
Yeah, but the movie sucked
Comparing
apparently.
trash among trash right now, like if plastics waste is good as like sewage waste.
Are we talking about shitty live action movies to things that should never have live action movies?
Yeah, pretty much. But here's the thing, though.
Ninja Turtles.
You know what else should not exist, though, Alan?
What?
Game of Thrones. I'm gonna be pissing off a lot of people tonight. Game of
yeah,
Thrones.
right, yeah.
There's some bullshit, y'all. Season 8 trailer, trending hardcore on YouTube. Like, I give a fuck. I'm sorry. You guys buy the same shit. I mean, by the way, too, I like how, like, they like to say, oh, dragons and this and that, whatever the fuck. You know what a percentage of that fucking show, a big chunk of that show is? Fucking incest. Are you guys excited for that shit? Oh, I can't wait for the fucking midget dude to be looking inside of a fucking hole and then saying, oh, people are having sex again for the 50th fucking time in the show because we can't fucking pan out this show and stretch it even further because ain't nothing going on except for building up a fucking CGI dragon. I'm sorry, dude. Game of Thrones is so fucking overhyped. And Miles, if you're watching this, sir, you run a TV show review show, okay? And you talk to about The Walking Dead. I understand it has its fucking faults. I understand it's a bad show. But Game of Thrones is fucking garbage. Garbage, I say, sir. Garbage.
Are you done?
Sorry.
Are you done or are you finished?
I'm both. How you doing over there? What do you think of Game of Thrones Season 8, man? The trailer.
So it's funny because one of the things that's also happening, and we'll probably talk about it later if we get time to, unless this turns into a 4-hour argument, is this is one of those shows that it's very monumental because it was doing, not so much it was doing necessarily like, oh, the most different thing in the world, is the level of storytelling that it did was something that you don't really get to see in a lot of shows. When you look at how why it's building up, why people are excited, the first couple of seasons, like every episode was talking to a different group of people. Like the whole premise of the show is there's all these different people that are vying for power in different parts of the world, and you're basically just following along their story. There's different people in different parts, from the Wall to the Iron Throne to places that are across the world, and they're all vying for different. They're all vying for power, and they all have their own interesting stories. So you start rooting for people, you start hating certain people, you start looking at people doing nothing, like Bran Stark. Fuck you, Bran Stark. And you start doing all these interesting stories, so you start like getting to know all these people really, really well. And that's what the
Stop moving that dead body. We can hear you.
I'm sorry, I went to go grab a cookie because I didn't know how long Alan was gonna be.
Fuck, man! It sounded like you were killing the bread and just making the
Great.
paste.
Now everyone knows I'm a hungry bitch.
Alan has to be so offended right now.
I was like,
You basically just said Al's gonna babble on for fucking half an hour. I got time. You might as well just said Al's talking, go for a bathroom break.
No, but everyone does that with Game of Thrones. Like, dude, I don't know Walking Dead fans that just go off about that shit. It's like the action TV series version of South Park fans. It's just like fucking like, dude, like, okay, hopefully you know what I'm talking about with that. But have you ever met a South Park fan before you were into the show, and they'll try to sell you on it, and it's like, dude, here's this part, and then they just say the whole fucking thing. And it's like,
I have the same experience, but backwards. I used to be a huge fan of South Park until I got older, and now that I have people that are trying to get me back into it, just grab it. I'm like, yeah, that's why my humor's changed.
Yeah, and the thing about, like, so basically what it's getting at is the first few seasons, like almost up to like basically the end of season 5, was always doing different stories from different people from across the world. So one episode would be focused on one group, and one of the things about the show is, and it leads into one of my opinions that I've said about a lot of shows, is for almost the end of season 1, you always knew that there was going to be an end to this show. You always kind of had an idea of these stories are going to all culminate into something. And when you watch it, like for me, it took a couple episodes for me to really get into it, and by the end of it, I was really fucking into the series. By the end of season 5, and especially with season 6, you start to see that the plot lines are no longer this frayed ends. Things are starting to really be twisted together into just a forward direction. That's why I know Christian always goes off on season 7 being the weakest. That's a season where they basically got all these storylines into one focused, centralized plot. They spent years, 7+ years, gathering all these characters, getting to know every single one of them, that when you're seeing them on screen, you're like, oh man, that's my favorite character talking to my favorite character of that other season. You get to see these people interact. You get to see the personalities bounce off each other. And they focused so much on that in season 7 that some of the writing that made this grand world the way it was, like some people felt like got around. Me personally, I still love season 7. So season 8, one of the big things that people are excited about is how are we going to end this series? How are we going to get all of these storylines, all these things we built up, to just get into this final climactic season. And I think they shortened the episode count from I think it's 6 episodes, so it's gonna be 6 like tightly written episodes that are gonna end. And that's what's really getting people, because one of my opinions, and I'll stand by this till the day I die, I think every TV show at some point needs to fucking end. However many seasons you get is up to your writing staff, whatever material you're basing this on, your own personal imagination. But I don't like how South Park and Simpsons and Family Guy are basically touted of, we've been going on for 40 years. It's like, no, I'm glad Game of Thrones is ending. For better or for worse, I'm glad Gotham's ending, because when you get to an ending, it feels like everything you watched means something. It feels like it all built to something. That's why I'm excited. As far as the trailer's concerned, I don't know. Honestly, I didn't like the fucking trailer. I think the trailer was just kind of eh. But I'm excited for the show coming back, because I want to know how the series is going to end.
And with that said, too, Arrow ending at season 8. So, I mean, I'm sure the same things you just said apply to this. But yeah, man, I mean, do you feel like this show should have been extended even further, or?
Honestly, I'm kind of glad it ended when it did, because I was worried that it was going to get renewed for a bunch of other seasons. Because the actor Stephen Amell went on Facebook. He went Facebook Live, and he basically explained to everyone, it's like, and he looked like he was really upset, like crying. And he's basically saying, like, yeah, it's kind of over. And we kind of had a discussion with the writers. Like, he's saying this, like, we had a discussion with the writers going, well, I think that the show needs to end well and not limp to a finale. So we're like, let's just do a small run for a final season and end it. And I don't want to. Actually, I don't think anyone really cares. But anyone that's caught up on Arrow, I really think I know how it's going to end, and I think the main character is going to die because of the events that happened in the last crossover. I think that the main character is going to sacrifice himself to save his friends. Like, I really think that's how Arrow's going to end, because it feels like that based on the last crossover. And anyone that's watched the last crossover understands what I'm talking about. But I am glad it's ending, because I think that, especially with season 7, like, I love season 7, but it's getting to a point where I'm like, you are running out of stories you can tell with this character. I felt that way with The Simpsons. I felt that way with South Park. I feel that way with Game of Thrones, and I'm glad it's ending. There are only so many stories you can tell of the characters. Walking Dead has had this problem, but I guess the benefit they have is they keep killing people off and bringing people back in, so they can just go on forever. But I feel like if you're having a main character of a show like Rick Grimes, the show has to end, or you just have to do something completely different and not have a different main character. And I'm glad Arrow's ending, because I want like 10 episodes of just amazing fucking action and cool storytelling, and end it, I'm fucking happy. Like, I'll be happy when that ends.
Yeah, because for me, I never feel like a show should end. I feel like if the show has some kind of fucking momentum, it should go on for fucking ever. Because every single bit of wrinkles that your storyline has on something, if you use that wrinkle to create some kind of youthful fucking like continuation or something, you just make the next coming of this fucking storyline and this fucking thing. Shut up, you. You turn into a fucking like. It's just, okay, I don't want to hear that for one. Like, you're fucking disgusting.
It's everywhere, Nick. It's
okay,
everywhere.
I'll shoot you. I will
I'm
kill
gonna
you.
baby
God damn it. See, this is why I'm gonna slap you. So anyways, all I'm saying, man, is just like, when you look at show, like, okay, everyone complains about Simpsons, which, by the way, too, that's like a fucking thing. Most of the people that complain about Simpsons don't watch anymore, so you're not the fucking target audience, y'all. Sorry to fucking tell you. The world doesn't revolve around people who watched this shit way back in the day. That shit's over. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's just kind of like, yeah, like, even South Park's not really for people who watched it back then. I mean, some people might be immature enough to continue watching it. Sorry, Julian. But, you know what I mean? Like, it's for new people. I'm pretty sure there's Fortnite jokes and there's fucking jokes that go to shit that you probably are not giving a fuck about because you're an adult now.
Okay, and I agree 100% with what you're getting at, but the problem with, and we're bringing up Simpsons South Park, is it's not like we have a different cast of characters. We still have Bart doing Bart things. Like, we still have Bart who, again, like one of Gonja's, he's telling me one of his favorite episodes when he's trying to fucking pass 4th grade, and he realizes, and it's one of those episodes, like, just because you try hard doesn't mean you succeed. Like, that's such a fucking heart-wrenching episode. But that was 15 years ago.
Yeah, but, like, okay, what did you watch that meant something to you in the last 10 years of Simpsons?
I don't think I've watched Simpsons in the last 10
There
years.
you go.
Because eventually it got to the point where I'm like, how many stories are you going to tell with these characters? Like, I had this conversation with Ganja and Max all the time on Facebook when we were fighting, is when it comes to the superhero stuff, like, I'm tired of seeing Batman and Superman stories. I want to see stories for, Nightwing and some of the other people, because you can only tell so many Batman and Superman stories for the last 70 fucking years. You need to have some new blood.
Problem, though, and that's the thing I always get frustrated about, is that Batman did this thing where they keep changing the fucking canon because they run out of ideas. This is why I say these comic book writers are not fucking geniuses. People, oh my god, Stan Lee's a god. Oh my god, this guy's a god. No, they're not. Like, The one thing I have an issue with is when you have to completely give a new canon to something and restart from the beginning. That's just like playing a game and then it got too hard and you have to start a new save. It's like, dude, fucking work with what you got. Be creative with what you have in your fucking hands. Make something. Don't just like, oh, I'm going to restart this and then I'm going to give my version of this fucking thing. Don't give your version. Fucking continue the storyline and build something.
Well, you have so many, but that's the thing though. You have something that's going on for 70 fucking years, almost to the extent of Simpsons, which is going on for like 20. It gets to the point where it's like Spider-Man is probably the biggest contender of that because they wanted to keep restarting it for a new generation, and there are still ongoing storylines.
You know what? How about I bring an example of something that should die?
Go ahead.
Julian brought up in the chat, South Park can go on until Matt Stone chooses to end it. I honestly think that their humor and the way they look at the world is so fucking early 2000s that no one can really enjoy South Park unless they still have that early 2000s humor that no one really likes anymore or appreciates. They don't want that type of humor anymore. But South Park kind of keeps pushing that down people's throat with this like, oh, both sides bullshit, or everyone that tries anything is a complete idiot because look at us, we're superior, we're going to make fun of everything. And it doesn't offer anything. Like there's no substance to South Park. It's just people just being a goof about things that just want to be a goof about. And that's kind of not where the society is at the moment. And comedy and stuff like that should always be trying to follow society because you're always trying to entertain people that for current and modern day. Like you're not trying to entertain people at the old folks' home. And South Park has kind of gone to that point of humor where unless you're like someone that's in their 30s or 40s that still likes that frat boy humor, most people have moved on from South Park at this point. Like, I don't know anybody now that I'm a fan of or I listen to their podcast that don't shit on South Park just being the same shit from the early 2000s.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing, like, Ruthless, I'm talking to him right now in Facebook chat, and he's saying, like, yeah, let good things reach an end point. Stop trying to reheat long past completion storylines. That's the thing, though, is like, and Ruthless will understand this more so than anybody, but fucking Walking Dead, for instance, and wrestling, for instance, and Ruthless will definitely understand the wrestling part, is like, from 1940 to now, guess what? And you're not going to believe this. All the fake storylines, all the crazy, like, I'm a bad guy, I'm a good guy, and then this person dies in real life. Yet it's all one canon. WWE has been one fucking canon. And every championship belt and every fucking storyline keeps going back to all these people, literally their fathers and grandfathers. And it's one fucking storyline trying to make it to the WWE WrestleMania thing for fucking this year. You know what I mean?
Hashtag reboot WWE.
No!
The funny thing is, and I'm not even disagreeing with what you're saying, but that's why it makes it kind of difficult for new people to jump on because, like, when you want to jump onto a new Spider-Man, someone could recommend you Superior Spider-Man. I think that's the most recent run. You just need to have a basic idea of what Spider-Man is, and you can generally read through that comic and not need to actually, know anything about that. But with wrestling, it's like, one, it never, like, has a break, and two, it's like, okay, I'm jumping in this, like, oh, you need to, like, some of these storylines, like you're saying, like, oh, grandfather to father, it's like, shit, I mean, I think maybe I can get into it, but there's that hurdle where it's like, you gotta do so much homework before you get there, where it's like, that's why comic books did that, is because they wanted to give people a chance that have never fucking read a comic book to actually get in, and it helped new people get in. But again, like a lot of people are saying in the chat, especially with Breaking Bad, it's like, Breaking Bad had 5 seasons. And it ended, and it wrapped everything up, and it was awesome. What did they do? Because people still wanted Breaking Bad, is they did a spinoff with a different character that was a prequel that did their own story, that did its own something different. I think a lot of shows could do that. Like, Fear the Walking Dead, I have no fucking opinion on it because I couldn't get past the first fucking episode. But people are saying Fear the Walking Dead is better than Walking Dead because they got a chance to take a break from every other bullshit and do their own fucking thing. Game of Thrones is going to end. Game of Thrones is going to finish, and they have a bunch of prequels that they're writing up, but prequel spinoffs and all that shit, but that's fine. What The Simpsons should have done a long time ago is it should have ended, and then they should have just spun off some characters and did their own fucking shows. That's what they should have done a long time ago.
Yeah, do you want the
Futurama?
No, Futurama's not a real spin-off of the
Imagine if Futurama it was Bart instead of Fry.
I'll put like this really
because like they've done that. Like Family Guy's done that with the Cleveland Show and a bunch of other small stuff.
Family Guy's trash, man. Come on.
Yeah, but like they've done it. And what do you think that the Bo Show won't be as trash because they're trying to go for the lowest?
The Bo Show would be amazing. It'd be Cheers. Come on, animated Cheers.
Just
animated Cheers.
Well, one thing I've always wanted to bring this up too, and I wish Allie was here because I always get mad at her with this. But like the thing is like, okay, right now when you brought up the whole thing, I just want to make sure to like stick on this really quick for a second, just maybe you can see my point. But like with the Batman thing, or a comic book thing, whatever the fuck, there's so many canons that, and you always say like, hey man, like if something gets old, try to move on, or blah blah blah, restart, do something different. The thing is though, is they've done that so often that win-loss ratio is always leaning towards the loss because there's so many more Batman storylines that have been abandoned, killed, died, who gives a fuck, that you don't know if you're a Batman fan anymore. If I was a kid growing up and my first experience was fucking Justice League, I fucking hate Batman. But they don't know 1990s animated series Batman. They don't know Batman Beyond. By the way, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, that was the best Spider-Man movie, and I've been watching Spider-Man for fucking ever. Do I like even Spider-Man? Dude, I don't even know which Peter Parker I fucking like.
Well, that's the thing. Like, with I guess one of the benefits to having these long-running theories that have kind of, for the most part, kind of verses of starts and ends, because different comic writers take their own. Like Winter Soldier, for instance, that was for the most part, complete run, and I love the fuck out of it. I read it before I watched the movie. The thing is if you walk in, like, let's say the first fucking movie, let's say the first fucking movie you walk into a DC movie is Justice League. You're like, oh man, this is some garbage. And then you're talking to a buddy guy. It's like, wait, no. My brother, friend, he showed me this. Like, even if something is bad, and me and God had this discussion the other day. Even if something is bad, a lot of these times these things intro you into a much bigger world than you're used to. Like, yeah, we luckily grew up when Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, Spider-Man on Fox was fucking right. And don't worry, God, I saw your fucking text, you motherfucker. We saw that in its heyday. But nowadays, if someone's like, oh man, I don't know anything about Batman, I know a bunch of movies, I know a bunch of comics that I can send someone and be like, hey, or even games, for instance, with Batman, for fuck's sake. Even with Spider-Man, I'd be like, hey, check out these shows, check out these stuff. And Spider-Verse is one thing, yes. But hey, check out Spider-Man PS4, check out the Fox animated Spider-Man, check out this, check out that. It's like, there is so much there, and some of this stuff doesn't necessarily need to age, where you can just start sending it to these people, and then they can get their own opinions of what's good and what's bad. That's the benefit of having kind of short, concise stories. But for instance, wrestling, it's like, I've tried, and I've been there with you. And it's like, hey, I don't know who this guy is, and I don't know what his deal is with this other guy. So it's like, I better hope I'm good with Wikipedia to try to figure every little bit. But with Batman, it's like, you generally get the basic idea of Batman. Same thing with Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I see your point in that sense. But Jack, I'm going to ask you, like, how far do you think a season can go before it's like, okay, it's time to fucking, snip it? You know what I mean?
If a show goes past 10 seasons, then that's enough.
Do you feel the same way when it comes to movies too? Like, not 10 movies, but I mean, like, what, like half of that basically, as far as length goes? Like, when it comes to movies or comic books. Yeah. Like in years, that's what I mean to say. Yeah, like, as far as years, like, if there's 10 years worth of sequels, so that would probably be like, what, 5 movies, sometimes even 3 or 4 movies, kind of like where the Avengers are at currently.
I wouldn't say that for movies. Like, if they have like some like fucking 8 sequels or whatever, like the same character, I'd be like, I don't really give a shit anymore. Because like X-Men, for example, like I don't give a shit about X-Men anymore.
Yeah, but then again, it's like, okay, so Avengers is at that point now where I think they needed the amount of movies that they've had to get to this point. The thing is, though, is they've been building to this one particular spot, just like how Game of Thrones is doing. Yeah. And what's frustrating about this is that it is really their end game. Like, this is their last attempt to be like, okay, this is the big mecha. We've already had a few mechas with the Age of Ultron, with the Avengers, with Civil War. This is the last big one. How the fuck do you care about this franchise anymore after this one? Because they just admitted in the promotions for this movie that's coming out in 1 month from now, they admitted that this is the mecha. After this, we're done. And we're going to start the next phase. Well, starting off the next phase, I'm sorry, that sounds like a downgrade to me.
Well, that's not really.
That. I mean, there's so many like Marvel characters that they actually could like give focus on rather than like stay with those original, what was it, like 7 that they started off the Avengers with. And so I mean, like, this could actually be a turn for the best.
And you got to understand is when they're creating their, big mechas for every Avengers movie, from Loki to Ultron to now Thanos, they basically, as soon as they created the phase, they had an idea of where they wanted to lead to. And it's like, yeah, Thanos is the biggest one only because this is the first time they've done like all these movies into one big thing. If they're able to nail this, which I'm fairly confident they do, the next time it's like, yeah, the next movie is not going to, whatever the next sequel is, Doctor Strange 2, it's not going to be as hyped as Infinity Endgame, obviously. But now that they understand how this works, and they've had some faults. If you say Marvel's perfect, you don't watch a lot of Marvel movies. They know how to fix the faults. They know how to do proper storylines now. They might have a situation where they know how to do better mecha villains, so that Avengers 4 or whatever they're going to call it, it's probably going to have a way better villain than Age of Ultron, for instance, or a way better thing going on than a lot of other Marvel villains. Like, I think that this is going to be fine because, again, like I said before, they built up Thanos on nothing but cameos. And then they gave him one dope movie.
Yeah.
Whereas most of the other people never even got one dope movie. So it's like, if they're able to do that again, because now they have Fox, so what? They have Galactus, which I said that they're never going to make Thanos work, and I ate my fucking words. I'm putting it, they are never going to get Galactus right, because Galactus is too stupid to fucking work. He's a giant purple dude. He's a giant purple dude the size of a planet.
Up Thanos, I mean.
That's what I was gonna say.
Plan.
Oh no, I just hope. No, I figured that the universe likes to fuck with me, so they're gonna make him amazing. So I'm just gonna double down on it. Galactus is the dumbest Marvel villain ever.
I think falling in love with the Reaper is a little silly. Yeah.
What the?
I think falling in love with the Reaper is a little fucking silly. I think that.
Dude, the guy's the size of a planet. He's just a dude. He's just a big dude. That's his entire fucking gimmick is a big dude that eats planets. The fucking
like
he's just ganja with a Hungry Man aisle.
Oh. But yeah, like I don't know, man. Galactus, for one, just the name itself is fucking ridiculous. Like Thanos has this oomph to it, has like a difference to it. Galactus is so comic booky. It's like, oh, dude.
Lame.
And I hate to keep saying that too. I know that's really annoying, but like when I'm probably like, oh, it sounds so comic booky. Like, yeah, fucking of course, it's a comic book movie, dude. But it's just like, look at the Dark Knight. When Joker was talking, you forgot his name was Joker. You know, it's just like this guy's just a fucking freak. He's a psychopath, and Joker is just some kind of code name. It's almost like he fell.
No, I didn't fell. It's just I bumped my mic, and my mic bumped over my dabber, and my dabber fell.
Damn.
So you have a Rube Goldberg machine going on. Or
I didn't plan it, but that's how it turned out.
I was just waiting for the next thing to go boom and his fucking just back.
I gotta get a new chair because it's starting to like deflate every time I sit on it wrong. So that might happen one day.
Either a new chair or a new ass. But I'm gonna ask you to quit though, Ganja. Like, and I'm actually really curious about this. For you, man, how far can this years go? As far as years go, before you think, yeah, it's time to fucking snip it and move on.
Like I said in the chat, 5 to 10 years, maybe 8 at the least in terms of maximum, because 8 it seems to be a good number in terms of wanting to end that shit, and it gives you a good like 8 to maybe 10 years to try to get the story handed out, especially if you do a break season in between where you don't really do something for like maybe 6 months to a year and really work on the story. But besides, you got time going that you have a chance of running into the Simpsons problem, where stuff that you were trying to talk about in that culture of the day and make jokes around that time, that it doesn't last as it continues. Because a lot of things with The Simpsons is one of the things I keep mentioning is it's even though like the Apu thing has kind of gone under, I kind of like to use as an example is it was a term of humor that was funny and it was usable at the time, but because the show has been so long running, it's now being more noticeable because that character has to be reused because it's a major staple of the character. It's like if you had to use Al Bundy as a racist character today, he wouldn't slide if that series was still going. He would just become a racist grandpa. And people like you have Republicans that like to watch the show, but that's about it. Everyone else wouldn't put up with it. It'll be like when you had other people do remakes and the actors come out to be racist. No one's gonna like that shit. But if for the time and place, it works. Like the Jeffersons, like all this other stuff. If you try to do this stuff, people will complain. Yeah. So like it's different sensibilities, different type of humor, and different times of ways society has progressed. The biggest thing is I watched Delirious recently, and Alan can contest this because I think he was there when we watched it. And the first 30 minutes of Eddie Murphy's bit is him bashing gay people. Until he gets to the part, he's like, yeah, I'm actually cool with the gay community. I just fuck with everybody. Which is funny because later on he gets caught with a transgender person in a cab, a prostitute. So that's hilarious and a little bit of a karma. Yeah. But it shows that at that time it was cool to bash gays that's hard, that he was talking about physically assaulting people and people were laughing their fucking asses off. You couldn't do that in clubs today because motherfuckers would jump you outside the club. Yeah. At times it's changed, times have progressed, so your humor has to go with that. And I feel with a lot of comedy series, you have to stick to that 5 to 8 year window because by that time, either you have a chance to like around your 30s be too old that your comedy has now become more stagnant and you're going to start getting into the like Dennis Leary position where he just does Republican comedy because that's all he does now. Yeah. A lot of people don't like move on after they get older. I think a lot of comedians should retire or take a break to realize what the kids are listening to, what people are, because a good comedian kind of keeps up with the times. Joe Rogan doesn't go well, but that's because of his podcast. But even times his little old man side shows off a little bit. But like with like that's a good age to kind of prevent that from happening, and you can retire or go on your own circuit and have people that like you from the show or like your certain segment or skits and go watch your own personal comedy and know what kind of comedy you make, and they're not going to give you a hard time for it because they accept that this is what the type of show it is. Kind of like Joey Diaz, like he says a lot of shit and sometimes he says homophobic stuff, but he attracts people that like that type of humor and people that go to that place know what kind of humor they're in for. Whereas a lot of these people, they try to kind of force it on the mainstream still. Like Seinfeld complained that his comedy doesn't get, but meanwhile his stuff is still stuff from the 90s.
Yeah, and even Seinfeld has shit that's like it's still offensive even if we don't have the sparkliness of the shitty swear words and etc.
Right.
And I gotta tell you too, like every time you brought this up, I'm thinking of Pablo Francisco. That dude locked himself in the 2000s. So like that dude.
Yeah. Or the puppet dude.
Oh God, Jeff Dunham.
Yeah, he's still stuck in the 2000s.
Yeah, and it's like, oh man, someone let them out. Like they need to breathe.
Dane Cook is still a frat boy.
Yeah, no, but it's terrible though, man. It sucks that people got stuck there. I don't think Eddie Murphy did that. I think Eddie Murphy had another life afterwards.
He became more of a comedic actor, like in the actual actor sense. Like he wasn't doing stand up anymore, and I think that's why a lot of people don't remember his legacy fondly for stand up, because everybody just remembers all the fucking horrible movies that came afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and hopefully nowadays we don't have the same thing happen with people like Bill Burr or Burt Kreischer, who, by the way, I think
they did it. They got known for like their comedy and their certain style, and they went off to their niche audience. Like the Netflix show is just for me and you that love his comedy. If you turn it on, and you don't like it, you're just gonna turn it off. You're not gonna think any more of it.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, man. But anyways, that's it for us though, man. I know the Double Toast is movie. No, the Extravaganza. Double Toasted show, you know, the fucking movie review thing. That's coming on pretty much right now. So we're going to get the fuck out of here so you guys can go watch that. You guys can be in the chat, and then you guys can spread the word about us saying, oh, Nick's so much better than Corey and the whole thing. I mean, if you want to, it's up to you. But Alan.
What's up?
Why'd you tell people about the I don't know what we do.
The show?
Yeah, something like that. The Amino, that's what's fucking called, goddammit, shit.
Anyway, I'm going to tell them about everything. So, if you go to Facebook and type Midnight Chat Attack, you will see our logo. Once you go there, there's embedded links to all sorts of stuff, which includes our YouTube, our Twitch, the Little Fire Burning, which is a podcast in which me and Ganja and Ruthless talk about all sorts of stuff. There's a new episode that's up, so be sure to check that out. There's also a link to the Amino, where it posts all information for upcoming shows, upcoming Unnecessary Gaming Show, Midweek, Midnight, polls, random chats, all sorts of stuff there. So be sure to check that out if you're looking for any sort of information.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, Dane Cook is stuck in 06. That motherfucker is terrible. Vicious cycle.
He's never been good.
He's still alive?
Yeah,
he's still alive.
Yeah.
His career is.
I kind of feel bad for him for what his brother did, but his comedy ain't changed. Like, come on, man.
Can I see this really quick? Just really quick. Ganja, because you used to have a lot of girlfriends around the same time that I had a lot of girlfriends. Every girl you dated, did they all like Dane Cook?
I have to ask this new one, but before that, no.
Okay, because every fucking girl, I date a lot of white girls though. So
I was just about to say, but I'm pretty sure your races you date is way different than mine.
Yeah, every white girl was like, "Oh my god, he's so funny," aka "I want to fuck him." So, I hate Dane Cook. I really do.
I never found him funny.
I mean,
I like Dane Cook, but I was also in that teenage, like near frat boy years, so like that's not an excuse.
Did you ever see Employee of the Month?
No, I never saw his movie. I saw
fucking
damn, don't get mad at me. I didn't see the fucking movie. I saw his stand up, bro.
Oh, I fucking hate Dane
I
Cook.
I never
found
bought
out
the
about
ticket. I
him
saw that show on
back in
HBO for
the-
free. Sorry,
Yeah,
talking
got
over you guys.
scared.
He's trying to kill me over shit that I'm not responsible
I
for.
fucking hate that movie so much.
the bird fucking like just turned around like I'm not even gonna watch this fucking beatdown.
She's used to me yelling.
God damn, man. But people, if you guys are listening on SoundCloud, I don't know if this is going to be on SoundCloud or not. Who the fuck knows? We're just all over the goddamn place with our shit. But here's the thing, though, and it's all my fault, by the way, so don't blame Ganja now. But the thing is, though, if it is on SoundCloud, I thank you for listening. I want you guys to tell us if we suck or if we're good. If we suck, tell me why we suck. Go into it so we can argue with you, and then we get a bunch of comments, and then we just fucking yell at each other. I love
Give
doing
me
it.
money.
And give Jet money. She has a... actually, where can they find you, Jet?
You can't find me anywhere. I don't even exist.
How the fuck are
She's
they going to give you money?
Oh,
I don't know. I'll find a way.
They're already throwing their coins at Alan's shirt on the Unnecessary Gaming Show tomorrow. Fuck, I know I said
yes,
the wrong shit.
and unlike the Ringside Hangout, we will be on tomorrow.
Yeah, fuck you. That will come back one day when I...
Very well.
It probably won't. But tomorrow night, Unnecessary Gaming Show, we're going to be talking about video game stuff. Lots of Mortal Kombat news came out. Apparently, they got Cassie Cage being brought up or whatever and revealed. Kano. Oh my god, folks. It's going to be fucking awesome. If you guys want to come on and talk to us about it. I know Julian's over there. Julian, I know you wanted to review Ape something. I don't know if it's a monkey with a gun joke. Fuck you, if it is.
What? You have to review 8 something? Was there more to it?
No, it's Ape. It's like Ape Escape, but like a new version or some shit. I don't know what the fuck it is. But if you want to review it tomorrow, hit me up. All that good stuff. We're gonna be doing some reviews as well, talking more about Anthem most likely. Alan, I love you, sir. Ganja, I love you too, man. Jet, you're wrong about movies.
One last thing before we head out.
What?
This coming week, I will be doing a lot of stuff on One of Us, random reviews and all that. So be sure to check out the Breakfast Pub for the recording that this week I will be on it.
Oh shit!
Right.
Did
Nice.
he just he's gonna build the Breakfast Club? Because I didn't think that was on one of us.
Breakfast Pub. I think it's probably in reference to the movie, but yeah,
Molly
that
Ringwald
will be
in
on
there
there.
too?
Well, that sounds like a breakfast flub.
Yeah, you better bring me and Dead on, man. I want to hang out with Sean, man. Call him
Man,
Molly.
shit,
I
I
wanna
barely
get
got
on
myself to
Yo,
the
I
door.
wanna
Y'all
get
are
on
so quick to
DJ's
jump on that
envy.
shit.
No, I'm trying to get on DJ's envy ass for doing my boy Birdie wrong on an interview, bitch. I see you.
Nah, man.
Motherfucker.
You're like those motherfuckers that do someone's favorite shit. Like, oh man, introduce me. Like, bitch, I barely got my
Birdie's
foot
on
in the door.
reparation. Harrison will give you reparation. Fuck off.
What are you yelling at?
Love you guys so much. Thank you
Watch
for
Mooney
joining.
podcast. I'm bringing it up.
OneOfUs.net. You can find them doing their thing. You can find Jed on Maxim, probably on a magazine cover.
Let's keep a piece of that goddamn. Fuck you all.
You can find Ganja.
Fuck up.
Wherever you find Ganja at.
I want to argue too. Fuck everybody else.
I don't even know. Slay Queen. Ganja said it down.
Fuck that person. Fuck that person. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Hate you. I hate you. I don't even know you. I hate you.
So many hearts. I heart you guys.
Fuck your hearts.